which is today, as I said last time, a very important meeting. Why? Because we are going to nominate the people for our next executive committee. And for that, I would like to call to the podium our nomination officer, chair, to the podium, and she will lead this nomination process. So I will call Adot, who accepted that role, to start this process.
Fellow Toastmasters, it is indeed a great day because it's the beginning of the next era. My role is actually to present the nominations. The idea is to conduct the elections today and effectively by the end of this meeting have a new executive committee. The nominations are for President, Toastmaster Krista, for Vice President Education, we have two candidates, Toastmaster Vicky and Toastmaster Sunil, who appears to be absent. For Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Monica. For Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Gentia. And our very, very experienced veteran Sergeant at Arms nomination is Rena. In the same level of experience and veteranhood is Treasurer Brigitta, Toastmaster. And last but not least is the Secretary, Yassine, who unfortunately was not able to come today, but deserves. And that is our incoming committee. I see a hand up before we finish this evening. Yes,
Madam Chair of the Nominating Committee, I have a point of order and a proposal. We do not appear to have a quorum of our club members here present. And ordinarily, in an election, it's imperative that we have a majority of the Toastmasters of the club who vote. But since that's not the case, no, I don't think you counted. I don't think so.
No,
in any event, I'd like to make a proposal that we accept the members here present as a quorum, and also remind any guests that you are not entitled to vote. You only have voting privileges if you're a member of the club. Okay? So I'd like to make a proposal that we accept. Would somebody like to second this proposal?
Well, we have two candidates for a post. We have two candidates for a post.
No, I'm talking about changing the ground rules that we don't need the quorum, because I don't think we have the quorum.
But
Oh, you should have checked. Could we check?
point of order for 2 seconds.
Okay, well, if that's the
Can
case.
we complete one part and then proceed to the next part?
Well, actually,
The
it's
first
more.
part was your proposal
Yes.
that we adopt the no quorum issue so that the majority of members present is enough.
We accept as the
Is
quorum.
that accepted? Just by acclamation, yes? Okay, then that's accepted
Then I'm fine.
and you're fine. So can we go to Toastmaster Nicole? What was your comment?
My comment was the automatic acceptation of the candidates, except that for one post we have two candidates. So we can't do
So
that.
you'd like us,
But we'll have to have a vote on all the posts, because we'll have two candidates on the post.
maybe I should explain. The post of VP Education will be shared by two Toastmasters, Sunil and Toastmaster.
Oh, so it's a shared,
It's a
it's
shared
not two
position.
candidates.
It's not two candidates against whom they're running against each other.
Oh,
It's two candidates who have volunteered to take the job on and share it.
And may I ask, sorry, I don't know, what's the quorum as a matter of fact?
The majority of the club members. If we have 30 members, we have to have 16 present. Okay, because I was
Is
looking
that
at
clarified? Clarified. According
Excuse me,
to
sorry if I'm being a little bit facetious here, but I think that if we are procedurally right, then before saying that we don't have a quorum, we should check whether we.
I looked at Easy Speak, sorry. I looked at Easy Speak.
Well, we have two views here.
Okay. No, I believe, I mean,
Order.
I take.
order, no conversations in that sense, if you may allow me. Toastmaster Vicky physically counted.
We can count.
And we can still
Oh, I
count.
believe you, I'm not questioning.
We can also count. Count. Could all members please put their hands up? "17." We have 17.
And how many members do we have?
We give 39.
29.
29.
29.
Yeah, 29 or 29.
Okay.
So we do reach a majority. So given that we have a membership of 29 and that 19 members are present for the vote today, would we all agree that we have a majority?
Yes, we have a quorum.
And in that case, we also have a quorum? We agree. May I ask Brigitte Toastmaster to please join us in the climate conversation?
Sorry, because there was one additional question by Toastmaster Jencher that he said on Easy Speak we are 39 members, but this is not up to date. We have to check the number of active members on the Toastmasters International webpage.
Noted. Perhaps that will be the first job for our membership vice president, is to confirm the total number of active members so that we will all be clear, we won't be guessing. Can we then proceed to see if there is agreement on the slate of nominations? There is agreement?
No,
Okay. Those whose hands are up for other reasons, could you wait a minute? There is comment. Please, Toastmaster.
I move that we accept the proposed candidates all in one and vote either yay or nay. This is my proposal. I move. What we're supposed to be doing in this election is following parliamentary procedure. So parliamentary procedure dictates that we make a motion, somebody says, I move that we accept the candidates proposed. Somebody else would have to second that, we vote.
And before that, we need to ask whether there are any other candidates.
Oh, that's true.
That's well.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so in terms of procedure, the first thing I have to ask you all is whether any of you would like to volunteer or be a candidate for some of these positions. Say it now or forever. I see none, so I see none, so can I ask then for the motion to accept the slate of nominations as I presented earlier?
We have a second?
Yes, seconded.
Second. Good, so we have accepted the nominations and these nominations will now become the officers for the club for the next season. And with that, I will hand.
I don't know if it's a point of order, I'm not sure, or not, the proposal concerning the new committee. Before we start. My proposal, there are quite a few new people in the committee, so my proposal is that the previous committee meets with the new committee at the beginning of July in order to pass on and to information so that we can
In an orderly manner.
yes,
I believe everybody would agree with that proposal, and in particular the new committee officials. Thank you very much for the proposal, Nicole. And I'll hand over the floor back to
Good job. Thank you for taking over this job, which is a very important one. And thank you for the newcomer in this executive committee. I think it will be a great team. And I am happy that at the end we could find appropriate people to fill this key task. The new executive committee will come into force on the 1st of July. So I will be leading this meeting still within 2 weeks as a president, and after it will be the next president who will take over and who will talk to you about how to organize the next meetings. So now, as we usually do, we check if we have a guest, and I see one here on my left. So you came last time for the first time. Can you shortly repeat why you are here, who invited you, and yes, why you are interested to take part to our meeting?
So my name is Paula, and indeed I came last session, and I've been interested in Toastmasters for a while, but I was busy with my children, and now I'm intend to get back into my working life. And Toastmaster used to be part of my life in my work in the past in Vancouver, when I used to live in Vancouver, so I'm reintegrating it. And I think, I have to pay. I'm not sure if I'm a member or not, but I have to pay, so I'm not a member yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But you have the intention to be.
That's right. So I will be paid.
Thank you. I am not sure about you. Sorry.
I already paid.
You already paid. And I do this.
I do not pay, but I've been coming, I don't know, for a couple of times. I'm not getting the invitation. I don't know why. I already gave my name. I don't know what's happening, but I want to be the member.
Already? Or is
Four, maybe this is the fourth time.
Oh.
I left already my name with, I don't know. So
someone stole the book and we could not input you in the system. So we will take this and we will send you adequate invitation, and we will ask our new Vice President membership to take good care of you. And as she's your friend, I am sure that you will be quickly
take special care of me.
here with us.
Excuse me, what's your name?
I'm going to write it down now.
Okay, but I'd like to know your name.
Aster.
Asta. Okay, Asta. So, yes, very sorry for that, but you are here and I think it's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
So, no guests anymore. I will handle the control of this meeting to our dear Toastmaster of the day, who is our next president, and I am really happy to call Krista to the podium.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gallery. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, soon-to-be new members, honored guests. This meeting was easy to choose a theme for, pushing the limits. When I look at the Toastmasters agenda and I see what slots are open, and I know that I want to sign up for a slot and I haven't decided yet, whenever I see Toastmaster of the Day or a speaker slot empty, I choose them. And I choose them because I want to get my money's worth. So unfortunately, sometimes that's at the cost of other Toastmasters, because I like to choose the roles that are more difficult for me. And sometimes Toastmaster of the Day can be quite difficult for me. So I appreciate your patience today as I work through the Toastmaster of the Day and I push my own limits. We have a very busy agenda. We have changed the speaker order. Toastmaster Maria Teresa very kindly suggested that an icebreaker speech is best done first, and then the speaker can enjoy the next speech, as we all will, I know. So that is the change of the agenda for today. We do have a tight agenda, so I want to keep it moving. The next person I would like to call on is Dot as the grammarian. She has a few things to say to us as grammarian for today.
Fellow Toastmasters, one of my jobs as grammarian, which the President-elect corrected me on, is to provide a word for the day. And because the theme is pushing the limit, I believe a good word would be limitation. Limitation means Beschränkung in German, a constraint or a restraint or something that is an obstacle that clips your wings. That's limitation. That's our word for the day today. And I will be listening carefully to see how we use it. Of course, we should be very creative with it. And the more we use it, of course, the better.
Thank you, Toastmaster. And now I will turn it over to the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Vic Tm.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I am your general evaluator today, which means I am responsible for the evaluation team to put it together before the meeting starts, and also during the meeting to lead you through this evaluation session. Now, an evaluation session consists mainly of two parts. The first is the speech evaluations. That means every speaker who delivers a speech has a Toastmaster member sitting here who will deliver an evaluation speech after that for this very speech. And the second part is those evaluators who are going to give a report at the end of the meeting. And these consist usually of four. The first one being the grammarian, and I think Dot has explained her role already. Then we have an R counter. Today's Robin. Robin, could you just please explain your role as an R counter?
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, my role as a R counter is to note words and sounds used to crutch, as a crutch or a pause filler. The words may be and, well, so, you know, and the sounds may be and I will also note down all phrases that are repeated or words that are repeated unnecessarily. All participants of the session will have to contribute by giving 10 cents for each mistake with a limitation of €1.
Another very important role is that one of the timekeeper, and today this is Brigitte. Would you like to say a few words about what you're doing?
My task for today is to time the prepared speeches, the table public speeches, and also the evaluations. For the prepared speeches, there is usually a time goal of 5 to 7 minutes, but it depends on the level of the speech. It could be more. Starting, this is just an example, starting is 5 minutes. I will show the green card. It means and indicates the speaker that he still has 2 minutes to go. After 6 minutes, I show the yellow card. It means 1 minute to go until the speech should be finished. And at the time goal, the beginning time goal, I show the red card. This signals the speaker he or she should finish speaking. Similar, I do the similar task for table topics where we have a time goal of 2 minutes. After 1 and let's say at 1 minute I show the green card. After 1.5 minutes the yellow one, and at 2 minutes the red one. For evaluations, we have a time goal of 2 to 3 minutes, and it's the same procedure. After 2 minutes green, 2.5 minutes the yellow, and 3 minutes the red card. It's very important to take the time for the speaker, because I think in any cases it's very important if you give a speech at a symposium or whatever, that you stay within the time.
Thank you. Today we have 2 different speeches. The first is the icebreaker speech, which will be 4 to 6 minutes, right? 4 to 7. The icebreaker speech.
I think it's also 5 to 7.
4 to 6 minutes. Your speech length is 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7?
6, yeah. 6.
Okay, so 4 to 6 minutes usually is for the icebreaker speech, and the second speech is going to be a longer speech of about 12 minutes. Is that correct?
Well, I might curtail it. There might be limitations.
Approximately.
The target time is 10 to 12 minutes.
Right. Thank you. And the last role is the one of the ballot counter, which is not filled. So I'll ask Shubha, would you be prepared to be the ballot counter for today?
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, actually I have already signed it.
Ah, okay. Super.
My task today is to collect the evaluation sheets that we provide for each speech, and also for the table topic session, I collect whoever has more ballots, and this will be announced as a ballot. The winner. The winner is announced only for the table topic session. For the evaluations, you will get whoever has spoken, it will be then given to them. And you can write the evaluation as much as you like. There's no limitations, but in 1 minute. That's my task.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention our 2 personal evaluators. That means our evaluators who are going to evaluate the speeches. The first one who's going to evaluate Yurong's speech is going to be Vic Tm. And the second evaluator today who's going to evaluate Maria Teresa's speech is Irina. And with this, let's push the limits, and I'll return to my Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicky. Fellow Toastmasters, there is no more important or fun thing to do in a Toastmasters meeting than to hear an introductory speech from a new Toastmaster. It is I think one of the most special things that we do here at Toastmasters is to welcome people into the fold and for us to learn more about their lives. Toastmaster Yunru will be speaking today on his icebreaker speech. The title is Work Hard, Play Hard, and he will introduce us to his passion for hard work, as well as the flip side for his passion for cultivating flowers and for travel. Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster Yunru.
Dear Chairman, dear Toastmaster, dear guys, ladies, gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my great pleasure to start my feet in the door at this very important moment. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to all of you. My name is Zhou Yunrui. Zhou is my family name. Yunrui is my given name. You can call me Yunrui. I'm a person who works hard and plays hard. I was born in a small village in the northeast of China, Why was child life was really tough? And my parents told me, this is not a limitation for you. If you work hard enough. So just because of hard work, I can successfully enter high school and my university. After graduating from the Tsinghua University with my PhD degree, I joined the Ministry of Environmental Protection of China. This is my first job. I suddenly realized that nobody would like to spoil you anymore, even you were good students. Thanks to hard work again, I can manage the challenges in my job. For example, once my supervisor delegated a new project to me because one colleague had left, and asked me to prepare an annual conference for this project. This project is totally new for me. Even now I can remember I had been spending more than 15 hours per day before the conference was held. I had to be familiar with the project document, the outcome, outputs, objectives, and indicators of the project. I had to write all the progress reports and identify key stakeholders of the project. Also, I had to invite the key speakers and participants for the conference. Finally, the conference was very successful. This is a lesson I learned that I can't achieve everything if I can work really, really hard. No any limitation for you in your life. Secondly, I'm a kind of person who enjoys my life. Traveling around the world and planting flowers at home make my life vivid and colorful. During holidays, I like traveling to the place with beautiful sceneries, long history, and fantastic cultures. I have been to more than 20 countries since I came to Europe with my girlfriend. Now she becomes my wife. During our journeys, we would try to find the beauty of the nature, such as the pure blue in the sea of Santorini Island and amazing sunset in Roca, the western point in Europe. We are also both interested in history and cultures in different cities and different countries. We found most of the countries in Europe have spent a lot of efforts to protect their history and culture. There are a lot of museums scattered in cities. And knowing what happened in the past enables me to know the diplomatic relationship between countries nowadays. This is very useful for my current job. I'm working in UNIDO as an international consultant in the field of chemical and waste management. And also, the last and the most important thing about traveling is to enjoy the local food, such as the egg tart in Lisbon, snail in Paris, and ice cream in Rome are impressive and unforgettable for us. When we find some local food is really good, we will try to buy some cookery book and try to cook it when we come back. Additionally, I like planting flowers while I have spare time. This year, I have cultivated orchids, succulents, and spider plants in my living room and sleeping room. Also, I plant some rose, lavender, and geraniums on my balcony. Those plants and flowers not only bring good mood to me, but also keep me healthy from the in-house air pollution. I think in future when I retire, I will spend much more time to learn how to cultivate flowers scientifically. Last July, my daughter was born, which motivates me to work much harder than before. And also, I would like to spend much more time for traveling with her and my family. Thank you. This is all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuru. Could the timer give us 1 minute, please, for everyone to write comments? Okay, I'll start passing the cup around for everyone to deposit their comments. I think we can all agree that Toastmaster Yuru has no limitations in Toastmasters or in his work or his pleasure of life. Now, it's also an extra special thing to hear from more experienced Toastmasters. We're a very lucky club in that we have several Toastmasters who have a lot of experience under their belt, so we get to learn from them. When I saw Maria Teresa's title, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, Easy Speak is no longer my adversary. I was so excited because Easy Speak is still my adversary, although I learned a great deal about it just in the last couple of days. And I look very much forward to Maria Teresa's speech, which is the technical presentation, and it is number 4, not number 5. It is presenting a technical paper. Maria Teresa.
I think you might want to have my evaluator read the objectives of the speech.
Maria Teresa is going to give technical presentations, assignment 4, that it should be presenting a technical paper. For this project, the speaker was asked to present a technical paper or article. The opening should contain a clear description of the problem or process being discussed. Only a few major points should be included. The conclusion should contain a summary of the paper's conclusions and any recommendations that arise. The speaker should use a conversational speaking style and has been asked to illustrate her message with a flip chart, overhead projector or 35 mm slides. It is suggested you read this entire okay. And that's it. That's my suggestion.
Fellow Toastmasters. Oh, my evaluator for speaker number 2. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. Can you imagine not having a computer or a smartphone? Well, that was me. When I left the IEA in August of 2013, I had a computer at home that was misbehaving, but I didn't really care too much about getting it up and running because I thought, oh, I'm going to rush out and buy a new one. but I didn't. I had an email account, a cello account, which I also kind of let lapse a little bit. But when I went to, say for example, Toastmaster meetings in Bratislava, or met people here in Vienna, they'd say, "Oh, Maria Teresa, what's your email?" And I'd say proudly, maria.teresa@cello.at. But guess what? I never read the emails because I didn't have a computer that worked. I didn't care that I didn't have a computer, which is one of the reasons that I wasn't particularly active in this club, because I got spoiled with the educational vice president or whoever sending that typical message before the second or the fourth Tuesday of the month that we have a Toastmaster meeting coming up, and wouldn't you like to sign up for roles? Well, by the balls, I didn't care. I didn't have a computer. I couldn't see it. But guess what? I bought a computer in December. I've been using it since January, and guess who's become more involved with Toastmasters since then? Moi. So, why? Because I have access to EasySpeak. Speak Easy. I've actually given 2 technical presentations already on EasySpeak. The first one was a bit of a fiasco, as Toastmaster Victoria could definitely attest to, because the former computer trainer forgot her eyeglasses. So she was struggling on a computer, trying to demonstrate the different aspects of the EasySpeak. So I let basically a low-tech tool, like a pair of eyeglasses, wreck my high-tech presentation. That's not going to happen today. So you're going to have to bear with me, because I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to pretend to be an absolute newbie. So any of you who have been somehow apprehensive about going into EasySpeak, and I know several of you have, because you don't confirm your attendance. That's one of the reasons that I thought we didn't have a quorum today. I looked an hour before I left my home, and I thought, my goodness, the attendance for this election is not good. It's just at least a pleasure to see so many people did show up, and that we actually have a fabulous new executive committee. So I'm going to go down that direction. Mr. Cameraman, you might want to switch the screen around. And I'm going to pretend that I have not been given the benefit of one of these messages that just says, click the link to confirm your attendance. It's so easy. Everything is so easy if you pay attention to it. But I know those of you working people, and those of you who work hard, have a tendency maybe to put the private things, at the end of the pile. Your priority is getting your work done. So you're not necessarily looking after your Toastmaster messages. Can I at least suggest that you take Toastmasters with as much seriousness? After all, as Toastmaster Krista said, why don't you get your money's worth? Why sit on the sidelines? Why don't sign up to do things? And this club is all about learning by doing. And we certainly learn our limitations when we're up here and going past our limits, or as Toastmaster Otto would very fondly say, outside of the comfort zone. So I'm going to go outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to make sure I get my glasses on. Otherwise, I'm going to stumble and fall. Voila, they're here. Okay, and of course I have to switch the screen that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so let's pretend I'm a brand new Toastmaster newbie. I don't have this message to click on the link. How would I find the VIC Toastmasters? Any computer literate person would like to suggest an answer to this? Well, you'd go to your web browser. You go to your web browser. You'd open that up. I'm going to open up Chrome. And I go up here, and I type in VIC Toastmasters. Not VIC Toasters. I see something. VIC Toastmasters Club Vienna. But is that the VIC club?
Go for it.
Go here. Okay. And then I end up going here. But maybe once I'm here, if I want to save myself a couple of steps for the future, because I told you I'm just a newbie at this stage, but I'm getting much more sophisticated. Maybe I might want to bookmark this page, that I don't always have to type in VIC Toastmasters. How do I do that? It's that easy. I go over here, and I say bookmarks. I say bookmark this page, and I can actually put it on my, if I have space, on my bookmarks bar. So the next time I go, again, assuming I'm working on the same computer, let me go out of this. All right? And all I need to do now is just click on this Toastmasters, and it takes me there. So anybody who said, I have trouble finding the Toastmaster Club, rubbish, it's that easy. Bookmark it and you'll never lose it. The next step, as in most computer systems, you have to log yourself in. You have to specify a username and a password. Now, although my given name is Maria Teresa, from the get-go, I was somehow referred to as Marie Teresa. I can live with that. So I start typing a couple of things in here. And of course, the all-important password. Now, any of you, and I know we all have done it, the scandal of forgetting a passport. I know some people who actually have not done things on computers because they've been too embarrassed to admit that they've forgotten their password. Don't have that attitude. Everybody forgets things. We deal with so much information in this day and age. In case you have a password, there are instructions as to how to get a new one. Or I understand we also have people that do EasySpeak support that might be happy to help you with that. Or perhaps if you're in this club and have a mentor, your mentor might also be able to assist you. So I'm going to go in right now and type my password. Of course, that's in my little black book. And there I am in all my glory. And you see, at least the way that I've set myself up is since I'm involved not just exclusively with this club, I have, if you look underneath my photo, other clubs that I'm connected to. We had a very nice speech from Toastmaster Krista talking about Toastmaster hierarchy. You know, the lovely thing about Toastmasters is we're Club 6390, VIC. But we have clubs within Vienna, we have clubs within the area, we are part of Area D1. And as Toastmaster Krista mentioned in her last speech, there's something coming up in November, and very prominently displayed there is the District 95 Conference. So we're a club that belongs to an area, that belongs to a division, that belongs to a district. So I've got all of this stuff over here if I really want to sort of go in all kinds of detail. But I don't want to go into that detail. I just want to go and sign up to do something in the Toastmasters or see where I am. I'll be honest, I fought EasySpeak at the beginning. I didn't like it. I thought it was a foe. I thought it was trying to sabotage me. I thought it unwieldy. I found it unwielding. I thought, I'm never going to get used to this. Now I see the benefits. It's a tool not just for me to sign up, but it's also a tool that lets our committee keep track of what's going on with our members. I can't imagine an educational vice president being able to do their job without EasySpeak. Back in the old days, we had Excel spreadsheets where we had people's, how many speeches they had given, or etc., a membership roster. You know, I go back all the way to the days of Wang. That tells you how old I am. But now, with this wonderful tool, it's very, very easy to get a wealth of information, to also show yourself what you still need to do. Now, give you an example. All right, we're not there yet. We're at the page. And by the way, I think this page is important because I believe we Toastmasters should never forget our mission and our promise. If you become a member of Toastmasters, you actually agree to do certain kinds of things, like come to meetings regularly, be prepared, and so on and so forth. But let's deviate now from this page, and we could do it the easy way. We could go over to meetings, I'm lost. I'm lost. There's a meeting on the 28th of June, and I want to look at the 14th. There's an easy way around that. All you need to do is click on the calendar. And you have basically coming events. Now, since I'm involved with other clubs, I have other things listed here. But let's say, for example, I want to look at our meeting today, the VIC Toastmaster Club. Ooh, we're ahead of ourselves. I did go to the meeting. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, we've got something basically, it looks like in place, that if you said you were coming, you're automatically marked as attending. But can you see right now for me, looking from home, and you don't see everything now, you'd have to go to a later meeting, which I will show you. Let's say I want to look. And we all know, of course, our routine with the second and fourth Tuesday. To me, that looks like what our members are. All of those people over here. All right. Let's go back. Okay, I'm giving this speech. Well, let's not do that. Why don't we say, I want to give now a speech, okay, in July. All right? And I don't have to call somebody. You know, this is the other problem. I think we have to depend upon today's technology to do the things that we have to do. You know, I can remember back in the old days, I would call somebody and I said, can you sign me up to do this? And the person at least would help me out. But with this Easy Speak, you can do it yourself. Let me give you an example. And of course with computers, there's always 5 ways to do the same thing. You could go over here and basically sign up for a meeting. In fact, even go so far as to request a speech. Or you could also see how far along you are. Okay, let's say I want to view my speech progress. You see where I am? Okay, I'm giving, and I'm trying basically by the end of this Toastmaster term to have completed one of the technical manuals, because I've already done another one with the interpretive reading, which will then give me a notch up in the Toastmaster hierarchy. I will be then considered an advanced communicator. Bronze. You also have a possibility, and again, it's so easy. I said it's not just for the club's sake, but for your sake, to set a goal. You see how that popped up for me very nicely over here with new goal? Okay, I'd like to achieve advanced communicator silver. When will I do this? Well, let's be realistic. Maybe 30th of June 2017. Save that. So now, automatically, whenever I go to a particular page, I will actually be able to keep track. Am I in line with my communicator goals? Okay, here's basically signing up to take a role. Let's go to another meeting. So, if I basically know my working program and I know I'm going to be taking holiday, I could actually go through from June all the way until December, marking when I'm not going to be present. Let me give you an example. Well, I didn't want to go that far, did I? Let's say, for example, I know I'm not going to be in Vienna in September. So I could go in to my, now I have to be in the VIC Toastmasters Club, in that calendar. I said I'm not going to be in Vienna, so I can go in over here. And,
Maria Teresa,
I'm out of time.
just comment on this. These meetings have not been scheduled yet, you know, for the next season.
Oh,
that's why you
that's
will not
why.
find them back.
Okay, all right,
just to
fair
let
enough.
you know.
But ordinarily, okay, I'm spoiled because I think at least with this particular term, somebody had already
No,
allocated
it
all the
ends
meetings.
right with end of
Okay.
June. That's
But I guess my point is that I think to make your life easier and to make everybody else's life easier, this club has to function a little bit more, how should I say, in sync. Everybody has to play their parts. Don't just wait to the last minute and sign up to do something, because it makes the role of the Toastmaster of the day exceptionally difficult. My point is, all you need to do, okay, well let me go to my other club and do it there to show you. Well, I'm not going to do that. Let me go back to another one. I'll take the meeting then at the end of this month. On the 28th of June. Now, let's say I'm sort of wishy-washy and I don't know whether I'm going to come or not. I always have that good old tentative button, which is over here. So that's why you see the yellow, and I know my time is up with the question mark, but I'm trying to impress upon you in this little technical presentation not to let somebody else do the work for you. You can interact with EasySpeak. EasySpeak is not rocket science. EasySpeak is not an opponent. EasySpeak is here to make our life easy. Now let's say I'm so keen on seeing Toastmaster Valerie in her swan song as Madam President that I want to come to the meeting on the 28th. I'm going to go straight in there and change my mind and say yes. And there I am, I'm already marked attended, which means that somebody who's then desperate to have somebody do something, take a role, knows that I'm going to be present, and perhaps can email me. You have possibilities within EasySpeak to send email messages to each other. You also have the possibility always to change your mind. And sometimes I put little messages here like I'm not in Vienna, or I'm sorry, Lily put that she's in Australia, which I thought was super. But you have the possibility. But my message again, and strong, 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 use this system. Sign up to do things. Go beyond your limits. Forget your limitations. There are no limitations. You can do all of this. But you have to play a little bit with the ground rules. So, end of preachy part. EasySpeak is no longer my adversary. EasySpeak is no longer my foe. I EasySpeak, and I like it, and I think you should like it too. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maria Teresa. And I have to say that I very much appreciate your outline of EasySpeak. One of the most exciting things that I found out in the last 24 hours about EasySpeak is that if you sign up as Toastmaster of the Day, you can assign roles to people. So this was very exciting. Toastmaster Victoria taught me how to do this over email. And it is how several of the roles got assigned today, because I did start just putting people in roles, and then they get a little email automatically from the system. And I'm of the older fashioned system where we did have to call people and we signed up and all this, so it was much more complicated. The other thing that you can do in EasySpeak is that you can email groups of people. So you have the choice as Toastmaster of the Day to email a group that is, please sign up for roles. And I think some of you probably saw those emails today when I finally figured out how to do it. So I agree, please use EasySpeak. We've already, during the talk, we decided that today we won't have any table topics so that we can keep the meeting moving along. We had two fantastic speakers, and so I think we all learned a great deal from both of them today. So now it is time then to hand over the meeting to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Valerie.
Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and honoured guests. Let's stamp those limitations into the ground and start the evaluation session. And I'll run you through this session a little bit more quicker because we're running out of time. So I do ask our first evaluator, Gentian, to come to the lectern and evaluate your voice speech.
Certainly Yunre gave himself no limitations today. He pushed the boundaries and threw himself boldly into this icebreaker, which immediately captivated us, and I congratulate you for that, Yunre. I very much liked your body language, your natural smile, and immediately throwing yourself into a situation where you clearly spelled out the introduction, the body structure of your speech, and also a very nice conclusion. We learned a lot about you, we learned about your passions, and also your innate willingness to work hard, but also to travel a lot, to enjoy life, and also get the most of your time. And this clearly came out through your speech. What I would maybe suggest for further improvement is not to rush the conclusion. In my understanding, it didn't very well connect with the second part of your speech, which was the things that you liked, and maybe you can come up with a powerful quote as well as food for thought, and that would be more or less my suggestion for improvement. And to conclude, it was an outstanding speech in my understanding, also for the fact that you made minimal or almost no use of notes, so that's quite exceptional for an icebreaker. Congratulations.
And I move quickly to our second evaluator, Rina. Would you like to come to the left hand?
Fellow Toastmasters, all of guests, Toastmaster Maria Teresa, I can clearly see you are a very dedicated Toastmaster. You really want that the meeting agenda should be fixed in easy speak well before the meeting and everything. The entire speech or presentation was very interesting for everyone who are newcomers. I mean, for the newcomers, it's a very interesting and useful speech and presentation. And you did it very well, I mean, very clearly. For all the newcomers, I am sure you have learned a lot how to do it. At the beginning, when I was using Easy Speak, I forgot my password, I forgot, I didn't know where to press and all these things. So from that point of view, it was an excellent presentation and project. Of course, even though you are you are in this group ever since this Toastmaster Club is started, yet there is some kind of improvement. First, advice, my personal advice, I would give you to pick up a topic or subject who might be interesting for the entire audience, because many people they know how to Easy Speak is working, the entire audience. And also, maybe just to keep the time. Other than that, the presentation was excellent. I am sure most of the newcomers benefited a lot from your presentation.
Thank you very much, Rina. Almost what? Now let's keep on looking at time quickly. It's now 5 minutes left, I believe. So we still have our very important 4 roles. One of them is the timekeeper. And Brigitte, could you please report on the times?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Concerning the timing of today's speeches, Toastmaster Rai, he had a time goal of 4 to 6 minutes and used exactly 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Very well timed. Teresa had a goal of 10 to 12 minutes, but actually you used 18 minutes and 3 seconds.
No.
For the evaluations, there's always a time goal of 2 to 3 minutes, and Toastmaster Jensen, as evaluator of Toastmaster Human Rights speech, he used 1 minute 43 seconds. And Toastmaster Rina used 1 minute 40 seconds for the evaluation. This is today's time.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to our evaluators for making up for Maria Theresa's time. Our next evaluator of today is the one of the art counter. And Robin, could you please tell us how much do we have to pay?
Yes, thank you, Ms. General Evaluator. So this. Toastmaster. Toastmaster Valerie used 4 unnecessary word or sounds. Toastmaster Adult used 3 unnecessary words or sounds. Toastmaster Paola did use 4 unnecessary words or sounds. Toastmaster Krista didn't use any sound or word unnecessarily that I noticed. Congratulations. Toastmaster Brigitte used more than 10. Toastmaster Victoria only used 1, if I noticed. Toastmaster Shuba used 2 unnecessary word sounds. Toastmaster Yunri only used 2. Congratulations for your first speech. Toastmaster Maria Teresa 2. Ken Tian 2. And Toastmaster Rina 1.
Thank you very much. That is an improvement. Only 3 are not being We're getting there. And finally, Madam Marion.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters, we're learning English quite well. I frankly did not pick up too many mistakes. Perhaps pronunciation, but that's a problem for many of us. So for Yuri, we might have to practice some pronunciations. Words, sounds at the end of words, they disappear somehow. You know them, but they disappear. As for the rest of us, we did, I think, pretty well, all things considered. And for the use of the word limitation, I'm pleased to say it was used more than nearly 10 times, which is, I think, excellent, considering that it was thought of at the last second. And that's my report.
Very good. Thank you very much. The ballot counter will announce the winner at the end of the meeting. Or would you like to announce the winner now?
Actually, there was no ballot.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
But at the ballot counter, I collected this and provided to the each speaker. That was my extra.
Thank you very much. Since as a general evaluator, it is my duty to also comment or evaluate the meeting as a whole, I will just mention one sentence. Be careful with the time. We started late, we were 10 minutes late, which is a little bit too much to start a meeting, and then we always are pressed for time. So just make sure to be on time when you come and when you prepare the meetings. And with this, I hand back control to our Toastmaster today, Krista.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicky. And I have to add, after everyone has mentioned how we should sign up and be organized and all this, that I rather enjoy a meeting that comes together at the last minute with so much enthusiasm and actually happens. I enjoyed the meeting quite a lot, so I appreciate everyone coming through at the last minute. I do also encourage everyone to sign up for the future as well. And now I will adjourn this part of the meeting and turn it over to our current president.
So, no ribbon to give for today, you know.
I prepared.
Yeah, yes. The place is perfect. It will be for for next time. So, Claire, thank you for preparing this important part and nice part, I have to say. But I hope that we can come next time. Yeah. So it will be nice to hear what you prepare. Comment from the guests, but I know that you will be very soon a new fellow, so I don't want to ask for your impression because we got them at the beginning and we are glad to have you among us.
Thank you very much.
So, see you within 2 weeks. Thank you for coming and see you next time on the 28th.